And here is the Writer's Almanac for Tuesday, the 25th of June, 2019. It was on this day, 1947, Anne Frank's diary was published, a diary she had begun keeping in 1942 when she was 13. She wrote it during the 2 years that her family was in hiding in Amsterdam from the Nazis. They were discovered in 1944, taken to concentration camps where Anne died of typhus in 1945. Her father's secretary, Miep Gies, found the diary, gave it to Mr. Frank after the war. He published it after removing things he felt were too personal. The English version came out in 1952 and in 1995, an unexpurgated edition. Anne Frank, who wrote, "It's an odd idea for someone like me to keep a diary, not only because I have never done so before, but because it seems to me that neither I, nor for that matter anyone else, will be interested in the unbosomings of a 13-year-old schoolgirl. Still, what does that matter? I want to write, but more than that, I want to bring out all kinds of things that lie buried deep in my heart." It was on this day, 1950, North Korea invaded South Korea, beginning the Korean War. Most of the actual combat occurred in the first year of the war. Dwight D. Eisenhower ran for president, 1952, promising to end the war, and when he was elected, that's what he did. It was the first war the United States had concluded without success. There were no celebrations when it ended. More than 3 million people lost their lives. Many years later, an American veteran named Harold Richards wrote, "I was not brave, nor was I a hero in any way. I was just as scared as anyone else under fire. I took part in 5 major battles and 2 invasions. I suffered the cold of North Korea along with every GI during the Northern Campaign. There were so many unsung heroes of that war. Only men who were there could understand." Today's the birthday of George Orwell, born Eric Arthur Blair, 1903, in Motihari, British India. He became a policeman in Burma, contracted dengue fever, came to England to recuperate, and there decided to become a writer. He wanted to write about poverty. He began dressing as a tramp, living among the destitute, wrote essays that became his book Down and Out in Paris and London. Joined the Spanish Civil War, got shot in the throat by a sniper. In the early 1940s, began work on a novel about a group of farm animals who decide to revolt against their tyrannical owner. Animal Farm was the title of it. And then came the novel 1984, published in 1949, about a man losing his identity while living under a repressive regime. It's the birthday of the children's author and illustrator Eric Carle, born in Syracuse, New York, 1929, author of The Very Hungry Caterpillar. Here's a poem by Sarah Dickinson Snyder, entitled Ecosystems. A googly-eyed rock goby is a fish that lives in small pools, nestled in rocks, near the breach of waves, little worlds contained, protected. Do they wish to leave their measured realm so close to an infinite sea? Do they know how much spins outside their boundary? How much will we never know about what lives outside of us? I have been with him for 30 years. We swirl, the two of us, in a hot tub, untrembling, a billion trillion specks of light beyond our reach. Ecosystems, a poem by Sarah Dickinson Snyder, from her collection Notes from a Nomad, published by Finishing Line Press and used by permission here on the Writer's Almanac. Be well, do good work, and keep in touch.